Elite Olympic Taekwondo champions are deliberately maintaining their hamstring strength at only 87% of normal levels. This isn't a mistake. It's a calculated performance strategy that generates 12.8% more kicking power than athletes with perfect strength ratios. What I'm about to reveal will shatter everything you believe about kicking performance. The fighter who just won gold? They're technically weaker than most gym goers, yet they generate devastating power that seems impossible. Think higher flexibility equals higher kicks? Dead wrong. Chamber positioning, not flexibility, serves as the foundation for all effective kicking techniques. Elite athletes maintain specific chamber heights that directly correlate with strike penetration. And here's the kicker. They choose between quiet versus dynamic pre-kicking stances based on whether they want faster reactions or higher velocities. There's one chamber technique that reduces reaction time while increasing foot velocity by 24%. Most coaches have never heard of it. Here's where it gets weird. Elite fighters use something called proximal to distal sequencing. Their thigh actually decelerates passively rather than through active muscle control. They're literally letting physics do the work, while everyone else fights against their own body mechanics. Peak velocities in their hip are smaller than their knee, which are smaller than their foot. It's like a whip crack in reverse, and it generates maximum impact with minimum effort. Plyometric training produces 10.9% power improvements in just 8 weeks, while reducing energy consumption by 24%. Imagine throwing the same devastating kicks while using a quarter less energy. That's the difference between dominating in the final round versus fading out. But here's the game changer. Elastic resistance training improves kick velocity by 7% in only 4 weeks. Elite fighters are literally wearing resistance bands during warm-ups to hack their neuromuscular system. There's a specific hip rotation drill that creates smooth like butter movement for flip kicks and twist kicks. This technique is banned in some training facilities because it's so effective. Ready for this bombshell? Psychological capital accounts for 79.6% of performance variance in elite Taekwondo. That means your mental game determines nearly 80% of your success. Self-controlled feedback consistently outperforms instructor-controlled feedback, meaning you learn faster when you control your own training pace. External focus of attention proves superior to internal focus for technique acquisition. Instead of thinking, lift my knee, champions think, destroy the target. This simple mental shift activates completely different neural pathways. Elite athletes demonstrate superior feed-forward muscle activation. Their muscles fire before their brain consciously decides to kick. It's like having a sixth sense that predicts and prevents injuries while optimizing power output. Mental rehearsal activates identical neural pathways as physical practice. Champions literally rewire their brains through visualization, creating muscle memory without physical training. Lower body fatigue impairs both kick and punch response times. Training injury rates exceed competition rates because most fighters overtrain incorrectly. Elite athletes use systematic periodization. Foundation phase for movement patterns, development phase for power integration, performance phase for competition prep, and recovery phase for psychological restoration. There's a specific strength percentage that elite athletes maintain in their hamstrings, and it's not 100%. This weakness is actually their secret weapon. Elite Taekwondo performance emerges from systematic integration of physical, technical, and psychological components. Champions don't train harder, they train smarter using evidence-based protocols that address biomechanical efficiency, neuromuscular control, and mental readiness simultaneously. Neuromuscular training significantly reduces ACL injury risk while improving joint stability. Controlled articular rotations provide systematic end-range strength development that surpasses traditional flexibility training. The shocking truth? Elite fighters maintain 87.2% of normative hamstring strength. Because optimal performance requires precise muscle balance, not maximum strength. They use functional training protocols that produce superior results across all performance metrics compared to traditional methods. Dynamic flexibility surpasses static flexibility for kicking performance. Explosive power clearly distinguishes elite from recreational athletes, but it's power-to-weight ratios, not raw strength, that creates champions. This isn't about kicking higher. It's about understanding that elite performance comes from strategic weaknesses that create devastating advantages. The 87% secret isn't just about hamstrings. It's about optimizing your entire system for maximum efficiency rather than maximum output. Are you ready to embrace strategic weakness for devastating power?